Hello there, my dear friends. Welcome to another adventure. Today, I'm really thrilled and excited to hike another amazing trail, I hope. Today, I chose a trail called Church Rock. The distance of it is supposed to be 7.5 miles, and it's located here in the George Washington and Jefferson National Forest. Today, I think it's going to be a challenging hike for me just because of the length. Also because it's July 22nd, so it's the peak of summer, and the temperature is supposed to get to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Honestly, I'm still really thrilled and excited, and I'm just ready. I'm ready to start this hiking trail. I brought plenty of water today, probably the most I've ever brought on a hiking trail this year, and also brought a big lunch, which I can't wait to eat at the peak. So as you can see, I'm prepared, I'm ready, and I'm really, like I said, really excited to do this hiking trail and challenge myself and to see if I can actually make it on this hot summer day, you know. So anyway, come follow along with me. Let's have a great adventure. And I know we will, and let's explore and just have a great time. Let's do it. Well, my dear friends, as you can see, I have begun the trail, and honestly, to me, this looks more like a small road. It doesn't really look like a trail yet. Maybe we'll come to an actual trail here, but so far as you can see, this is more like a small road, which is you know, has gravel in it, so it's quite easy to walk on, honestly. And I've hiked already roughly a mile, so I know there's definitely going to be a steep incline, so that is what I'm waiting for. But so far, I'm gonna enjoy this, you know, nice, easy, almost flat trail. Well, my friends, found this pretty awesome rock. So this is a great opportunity for me to drink some water. I am thirsty, so I'm gonna get a quick sip and we'll continue on our way. Oh, no wonder they call it water is life, because that's how it feels like. When you drink it, you feel like you got your life back, you know? Well, friends, looks like I found a campsite along the hike here. So hey, if I don't make this trail, which who knows, we'll see what will happen. This will be the place where I'll just spend the night, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, I'm already sweating. My shirt is already getting wet, and we'll still have a long ways to go, so let's keep going. All right, folks, as you can tell or not, this mini gravel road slash trail is coming to an end. Right here is where the real trail begins, and this is where it's going to be probably the most challenging. So I'm a little bit nervous, but let's do it. We can do it, my friends. I don't know if you can tell or not, my friends, but I am sweaty and just decided to take a little break here. I've been drinking a lot of water along the way. I've been drinking already maybe 3 times already water. I'm almost done with my green water bottle. And I'm about 1 mile away from the summit. So hey, we're getting close, my friends. I'm actually excited, and I'm just taking it slow and steady, you know, because that's what wins the race. And well, there ain't no race to win, you know. I'm just I'm just enjoying my time here and enjoying this hike. And I'm just really thrilled still. I'm still excited, still happy, because like, even though it's challenging, there's still some little areas where it kind of gets flat just a little bit. So it kind of helps you to re-energize, kind of refresh again, and keep pushing it at it, you know. So I'm grateful. I'm enjoying this hike. It feels good to be able to climb and keep pushing, you know, without giving up yet. So before we continue, my friends, there's something I was thinking about that I wanted to share with you, my friends. It's the fact that in this life, there's no way that any of us can have meaning and purpose without Jesus. If you guys know the story of Jesus and his disciples, and when Jesus was resurrected, right? And you got the Simon Peter, one of the disciples, and a couple of his other disciples. They decided to go fishing, and they said in John, I believe it's John chapter 21, it says, hey guys, let's go fishing. They said, hey, let's go catch some fish, you know. But the main thing is that Jesus wasn't there. They just went fishing, right, without Jesus. And they fished all night, and they did their best. And as you guys know, those people, that was their main profession, was fishing. So like, they know how to fish, you know what I mean? They know exactly what to do. And you would think that by the end of their night, because they spent their whole night, you know, fishing, they would catch at least something. But what's so interesting is that, guess what? The disciples caught nothing, not a single fish. Can't you believe that? How can professional fishermen catch no fish? And guess what happens next? What happens next is that they're kind of getting close to shore, and they see Jesus far in the distance already, with a fire, with fish already cooking, and bread. And when they got there, or I don't know if they got there or not, but Jesus asked them, hey, have you guys caught any fish? And they said, nothing. We caught nothing. We have nothing. And Jesus said, well, don't give up. Now that you have me, basically, hey, cast right now on the right side of your ship. And guess what? Because Peter and the disciples obeyed, when they cast their net on the right side of their boat, guess what? They caught 153 fishes. And the point I'm trying to make here, my friends, is that without Jesus, we can do nothing. Check this out. I want to read you guys John chapter 15, verse 5. Look what it says here. Jesus says, I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. I'm going to read it one more time. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. So that is the lesson I wanted to leave for myself as a reminder, and also for you, my friend, that without Jesus, we have nothing. We have no purpose in life. We have no meaning in life. We just live this life. We struggle like those disciples. They struggled all night. They had nothing in their net. And guess what happened? They caught not a single fish without Jesus. Because without Jesus, our efforts are in vain. Our efforts are for nothing, you know? So if you don't know Jesus today, my friend, you're missing out on literal purpose and meaning in this life. The pleasures of this earth, my friends, they're not going to satisfy. They're going to last for just a little bit, and we're just going to end up wanting more and more, you know? And in my life, I've wasted years without Jesus, without him, you know? I just tried to do things on my own, kind of like the disciples, you know? And that was literally me. I tried to do things on my own. I tried to find pleasure in the sins of this world, trying to satisfy my own flesh and do whatever I wanted to do. But the truth is, my friends, is that after years of wasting my time and life, I literally felt even more depressed and sad than before. I truly wasn't satisfied in life. All my efforts to satisfy my flesh, they were for nothing. They literally were for nothing. I did not feel satisfied. I did not feel happy. At the end of the day, ultimately, I did not feel happy. I felt empty. That's how I felt. And if you are like me, maybe, who's trying to test out, you know, the world and trying to satisfy and trying to find pleasure in this world, my friend, I'm just going to tell you what I learned from my experience is that you won't find meaning and purpose. You won't find, satisfaction in it without Jesus. And that's why this verse says here. It says, I am the vine. Jesus said, you are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing. If we want to be successful and bring much fruit in this world, my friends, we need to be connected to Jesus. He is the vine, and we are the branches. The Bible says, if we abide, if we fix our eyes and we fix our heart and we fix our life on Jesus, if every day we take up our cross daily and follow him and not our flesh, then guess what? We're going to bring more fruit, a lot of fruit, and our life is going to be meaningful, purposeful. I hope today, my friend, if you don't know Jesus, that you surrender your life to him today, because only with Jesus we can bring much fruit. As you can see, there's a lot of overgrown bushes here, and the path is not the easiest to see, but nevertheless I still see it. Can't complain. Still, path is straight, and there's not a lot of turns, so I would say the path is still easy to follow on this trail. Let's keep going. I think we're almost there. Can't wait. I am hungry, my friends. I am hungry. Whew. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a rattlesnake right in front over there. It's a big one, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. Yeah, I can hear the rattle, like shh. I think I'm gonna get out because I do not wanna. Oh man, I should probably keep moving. It's a big snake. I almost stepped on it. Thank God I didn't. Oh man, that's a big rattlesnake. I'm not gonna get closer, my friends. I'm sorry. I can hear the rattle all the way from here. Okay, I'm gonna get out for a little bit. Well, my dear guys, I cannot believe it. I actually made it to Church Rock. I really did not think I would. I really thought I was going to turn around because of that snake. But God helped me, and I made it here to the top of Church Rock. And look at these gorgeous views behind me. Oh man, I am completely overlaid with sweat. But the last steep incline here was probably the worst part of the hike. That was really difficult, and hey, at least I got the reward. I'm so grateful. Oh man, I really want to drink some water now. I need some food, so let's go ahead and do that, guys, now. Oh my friends, how nice it is to just sit here. By the way, I found a different spot here. There's another view on that side. Well, looks like you can come around a little bit, and there's another view here. So let's drink some water. All this is gone already. So I have this left. That's all I got left here, my friends. So I think it'll be enough if everything goes well. So let's drink this. I'm gonna pray and eat my food. All right, guys. Let me show you what I brought with me today for my dessert slash snack. Bought a bunch of peaches. Man, that's gonna be so good. Okay, I'm gonna take one right now. Oh man, it's so good. Oh, it's the best feeling to eat outside after a 4-mile hike. How many miles did I hike already? Hike 5 miles, 5.5 miles already. So check this out, guys. So in here, got 5 sausages. These are supposed to be healthy spinach sausages with chicken, I believe. So yeah, look at all that. Look at that juiciness right there. Let's give it a try. And here, I got some bread. Sourdough bread. And then lastly, well, almost lastly, got fresh cucumbers. They're a little bit watery. I might have to drink this juice on the bottom there. And for my dessert, my friends, I got a couple of these hazelnut waffles here. So I like these. These are pretty good. I gotta really pay attention because The last part here of the hike was the most scariest, the most dangerous, just because everything was overgrown. You know, any minute you could step on a snake. So that was the most dangerous for me. And when I'm coming back, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. All right, my friends, I feel a lot better since I've eaten some food. I ate both of my peaches. I actually had 2 whole peaches cut up over there in that container. So it's time to head back to the car now, and with God's help I made it here to the top, and with God's help I'm gonna make it down to the car. So gonna stay vigilant, watch out for snakes, and this is gonna be right now the hardest part, getting through those rocks, getting through that brush. And then thank God, hopefully it's going to be a sweet descent back to the car. So this was great, guys. Hope you enjoyed this adventure so far, and I'll see you guys shortly at the car. Well, my wonderful and dear friends, I'm so happy to tell you that I've made it. I've made it all the way to the end. I do not have to camp at that spot that I found. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I made it back safely, thanks to God. God has really kept me safe on this trail. That's no joke, really. God has been really there with me. The most scariest moment, of course, of this hike was that rattlesnake. I was very surprised, actually, not that I saw the snake, well, of course, but also the size of it. Like, I would say it was pretty thick. It was definitely a full-grown rattlesnake. It was big size, definitely the biggest snake I've ever seen while hiking, for sure, hands down. But anyway, I'm grateful that nothing bad happened, and that God protected me, and that, you know, the snake left and I was able to make it to the peak. I was actually debating if I'm gonna, you know, get to the peak or not, because I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because it was huge and it was a rattlesnake. I'm like, I don't know. And it was really sketchy there. The last 0.7 miles of the hike was the most challenging because of the brushery, because of the big grass or whatever was growing there. So it was really hard to see where you're going, you know. And also, almost at the very end of the hike, after you pass through that brushery, you had to kind of go through this rock scramble and stuff, and it got really steep, you know, for a short amount of time, but it got pretty steep. But thanks to God, God kept me safe. This is definitely a hike where I saw the most wildlife so far this year. I've seen a deer. I can't believe I even seen a turtle. That's crazy. And of course, a huge snake. So, and lastly, I forgot to mention, I saw so many mushrooms on this trail, like so many beautiful, cool mushrooms. And of course, you know, I didn't touch because I didn't know which ones are poisonous or which ones are not. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this adventure. Today I hiked a total distance of 9.74 miles, a total ascent of 2,132 feet, and a total hiking time of 6 hours and 30 minutes. Gotta give credit to God for keeping me safe, for being there with me. And like I was telling you guys earlier, you know, without God, we will be lost in this world. Without God, I wouldn't even make it, you know, to the end of this hike. And just, we need God in our everyday life. Without God, we're nothing, you know. There's no purpose, there's no meaning without God. And I want to encourage you today, my friend, give your life to God today. He loves you so much. You just don't understand it, but he loves you so much. And he just wants you to be part of his family. And, you know, he wants you to be forgiven from your sins. Give up yourself, give up your sin, give up your flesh, and just, you know, surrender your life to God. And just watch what God can do through your life. Just watch, you know, the path that he's going to lead you to. Because without God, our efforts are for nothing, you know. They really are for nothing. So anyway, my friend, I care about you. So I hope you don't get offended But hope you guys enjoyed these adventures and this adventure today. And subscribe if you want to see more coming this year, because I'm not done yet. I really want to do some more. This is still the peak of summer, and I'm just so happy that I live in a place where I can, go and hike and explore more beautiful nature. So I'm gonna start heading back home now. This is how much water actually I have left in my water bottle. So almost done. So hey, I'm glad I brought all this water. This was the perfect amount of water. So anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your day and week, and I'll catch you guys hopefully in the next video. Have a great day, and God bless.